Grady's 80s. KWCD 92.3, Grady Butler here, and we're heading to the phone. I've got Ronny Cox on the line. Good morning, Ronny.
Good morning, Grady.
Now, I got to tell everybody, of course, they probably know you best from as Bogomil from Beverly Hills Cop. Can you give us some behind-the-scenes, something we don't know about Captain Bogomil or Lieutenant Bogomil?
The secret and the frustration of making movies like that. If you remember in Beverly Hills Cop 1, is Bogomil has to tell the big lie at the end of the movie to sort of save them all. And in that big lie that he tells, it sort of encompasses the sort of all the ups and downs that they've gone through in their relationships with certainly with Eddie and Rosewood and Taggart and those guys. Well, typical of movies, that was the first shot I saw, or the first scene I shot in the movie.
That's cool.
No, that's not. That means you have to do all of that homework so you know you've been all through that to be able to get that in. So that truly is like volunteering to be ugly.
Well, you know what? Your acting came through at that point then, because it's totally believable.
Well, that was tough stuff.
Well, and speaking of your acting ability, you played a character once that I absolutely hate the character, which makes me love you as an actor, and that's when you played Captain Jellicoe on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah, you need to see. There is a huge article about, because a lot of the Star Trekky guys hate Captain Jellicoe, and actually if you think about it, Jellicoe sort of saved those guys tail in, if you want to know too. He's really kind of the hero. I never think of Jellicoe as he brought a little bit of order to that place, and he made what's her name put a uniform on and sort of straightened that place up.
He really did.
I loved playing Jellicoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but those two episodes, Chain of Command, where he took over as captain of the Enterprise, are the two highest-rated episodes of that whole series.
Oh yeah, and it's good stuff, and it's because of you. Yeah.
Well, no, I say it has also. There are four lights. Those scenes were pretty amazing.
I agree. All right. Well, thanks for playing that character and being such a great actor in that. Also, you've been in Total Recall and RoboCop from the 80s, but right now, let's talk about something that's coming out real soon. People may not know that you're actually a very accomplished musician, singer, songwriter, and you've got a movie coming out called Pure Country, Pure Heart. Tell me about the movie.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful little family movie. And by little, I mean it really truly is. You know, generally you think of family movies. Excuse me. And you feel like it's sort of going to the lowest common denominator, but that's not true of this movie. This movie is truly a film that you can see with your whole family and enjoy with your whole family. And it's about these two young women who know little about their dad. They lost him when they were just little girls. He was in the Iraq War, and his death was so painful to their mother that she very little doesn't talk about him very much, and so they know very little about their dad, and they start finding out some clues about him and go on this quest to try to find out something more about their dad, who ends up being a remarkable guy. So that's another thing about this film, is this is a film that yes, it talks about loss, but it celebrates. It celebrates the person that you've lost, and with at the same time honoring them. And so it really is a film that you can see with your whole family. And the proof for that, for me, was I showed this film to my 16-year-old granddaughter, thinking this might be the most cynical audience you could imagine, and she loved it. So I think that was sort of the best accolade that we could give it.
And your character kind of sends them off on their quest. So tell us a little bit about your character in the film.
Yeah, my guy, I play an old Korean War veteran, and they come to this veterans hospital looking for sort of clues to their dad, to to his past and stuff like that. And my guy gets to know them and sort of sends them off. It gives them some clues of where to go to look for the clues to their dad's life before they knew anything about him. And I got to tell you the truth. First of all, for me to get the chance to play, being a musician too, for me to get to sing in the movie, I got to do one of my songs in the film, and that was a big thrill for me. It's pretty easy to get me to be in a film these days if you let me sing one of my songs in it.
There you go. The Pure Country, Pure Heart is available on August 1st. And if someone's interested in seeing some of your music and getting a hold of that or some videos, where can they find all of those?
Oh, yeah. Just go to my website, ronnycox.com. Just make sure you spell it R-O-N-N-Y. Not I-E. If you spell it R-O-N-N-I-E, you might get a porn site. Who knows?
Yeah, gotcha. All right, well, we'll put Ronny Cox's website up on our KWCD Facebook page. We've also got a link right now up for the trailer of Pure Country, Pure Heart, so you can go find that at KWCD's Facebook page, and then, of course, get the movie and watch it on August 1st. Well, thanks for talking to us today.
There's going to be apparently an original cast album coming out, too.
Nice. We'll look for that.
So that'll be available, too.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to us today. That's Ronny Cox. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Grady.